What's up everyone, this is Yasser Alid, and in today's video I'll be talking about the Flying Cup. Flying Cup is live right now. Sorry, I didn't think I'm late on uploading this video, but to be honest I didn't want to do a video about Flying Cup since this is a very limited cup and there is only like 10 Pokemons at max that are good and can do stuff. The top meta Pokemons in this cup are literally 4: Aerodactyl, Altaria, Emolga, and Shadow Aerodactyl. Among all these 4, Shadow Aerodactyl is the best Pokemon. Like, Shadow Aerodactyl can beat Aerodactyl. The problem with Aerodactyl, like the non-shadow, is that it loses to Altaria. So you need the Shadow one, so you can fast move Altaria all the way down, and you don't even need to throw, you just shield once, I think, and palm all the way down. Emolga is a decent Pokemon, yes, because it takes super effective from Aerodactyl, and it does super effective damage with Thunder Shock. Plus it's very spammy, so like in this matchup you can get to 2 moves and you can manage to grab 2 shields. Skarmory is a top meta Pokemon, but I don't want to put it in the top meta because Skarmory in this cup runs Steel Wing, so that's gonna make it tough versus the water, which are Mantine and Pelipper. So if Skarmory runs Steel Wing, it just lose. It just lose to Emolga, lose to Pelipper. The anti-meta picks, there is Skarmory. It's very decent. In this cup specifically, you don't run Air Slash, you run Steel Wing. Why? Because it does super effective to Aerodactyl, which should flip the matchup. Zapdos is just like another version of Emolga. Mantine is just the Pokemon that does super effective back to Aerodactyl. So it's like you take super effective, but you're much bulkier, and you can Bubble Beam it to the Oblivion, which means you can debuff their fast move. So after you debuff it, you start taking like kind of a neutral damage from the smackdown, sorry, the rock throw. Mandibuzz is just a very bulky flyer. Don't run Articuno. Articuno beats most of this stuff except like Steel Wing, Skarm, and Aerodactyl. Lugia is just a bulky flyer. Sawana, I don't know what the name of this Pokemon. It has Water Gun, which can make it interesting. So if you run Water Gun, you can beat Skarmory, you can beat Skarmory and Aerodactyl. Talonflame, don't use it. It's bad. Don't use it even if you saw Tactical himself running it, okay? Because it loses to Aerodactyl in 2 seconds. It loses to Water Gun Pelipper. It loses to Altaria. It loses to Emolga. To beat everything else, yes, but there is nothing else. There's literally nothing else. Shadow Gyarados is fun if you have Waterfall, but like for me, I elite fast TM'd it. The Shadow Gyarados I have to Dragon Tail, so there is no way I'm gonna TM it back. Drifloon is just another flyer. Gligar, it's a flyer that beats Emolga. It's that resists the electric damage from Emolga, take neutral damage from Rock Throw. So yeah, if you're looking for an interesting spicy pick, I think it's a good one. So now moving to the best Pokemon, let's sort them like from the best to the worst. So Zapdos, not good because Emolga does everything better. Skarmory, Pelipper, Mantine. Togekiss is actually interesting. Why? Because Togekiss technically can charm down the Aerodactyl if you have a decent IV. Like you need a very high rank IV, very bulky one. And if you have a decent IV, Togekiss can charm down Gyarados from full HP. You beat Altaria, you can beat Pelipper technically, right? Because Pelipper has Water Gun, so it's only fast move pressure, and Charm is a much better fast move pressure. Tropius is interesting if you run Razor Leaf. You need Razor Leaf to beat the water and to beat Aerodactyl, but you don't beat anything else. You can beat Emolga. No, you don't beat Emolga because technically Emolga does neutral. Why take resisted fast move pressure? So these are the good picks. I don't want to put this thing here. Let's just put it somewhere here. Okay, let's make this one smaller. Move this one here, make it smaller because it's useless. Volipede is just another option for not having Mandibuzz. It's like a very expensive version of Mandibuzz. So Lugia is just interesting, just a bulky flyer. Same for Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz, I think you run Snorlax in this cup. Why? Because Air Slash is resisted by Skarmory and Aerodactyl, which are one of the biggest two in the cup. So you need a Snarl. With Energy Lead, Mandibuzz can flip so many matchups. So if you get an Energy Lead with Mandibuzz, you should be able to beat most of this stuff. Now moving into the top teams in this cup. The best team in this cup is literally Shadow Aerodactyl, Taria, Emolga. A code breaker to this team? I don't think you can find any Skarmory stuff, but you have an answer. This team is ABA weak to Skarmory. So if they have a Skarmory, you just sack your lead. Maybe you go to Altaria, because Steel Wing versus Altaria is kind of a close matchup. You should win it with the Dragon Pulse. I think you need to run Dragon Pulse Altaria. It doesn't matter. You're fine losing a matchup, don't really TM. Don't really TM the Legacy one. If you have another Altaria, use the Dragon Ball Pulse version. And play the 0 versus Skarmory, because you can get to a Sky Attack and the Dragon Pulse. So Skarmory will be forced to shield. So you can leave the matchup with shield, and then you can farm all the way down with Emolga, because Emolga doesn't even care to shield from Skarmory. The second best team, Emolga in the lead with the Skarmory Altaria. It's kind of an ABB team that is weak to Skarmory. So if the opponent is leading Skarmory, you stay in. If they are leading Mantine, you stay in. It's like they are leading water, or they're leading water or Skarmory, you stay in. Aerodactyl, you also stay in. Other than that, you just insta swap to Altaria to bait out the Steel Wing Scar, so Aerodactyl can sweep in the back. Another team, like this team is basically the same as this team, but different order. This one is ABA weak to Scar. This one is ABB weak to Scar. This team here is rely on people running Skarmory, which I assume so, because I don't think lots of people have Shadow Aerodactyl. So if you don't have... So the people without Shadow Aerodactyl will be running Skarmory all day, every day, right? So what to do versus that? You just run Mantine. Mantine takes resisted damage from Steel because it's water, right? So if they have Steel Wing, you have Bubble Beam. So you can just stay in and use Bubble Beam. And you should be able to win the timeout game, because there is no way that Skarm can hurt the Mantine after they get Bubble Beamed. Emolga, just a decent safe swap. So like last year, I remember people weren't running Aerodactyl because everyone was running triple answers to Aerodactyl. But to be honest, even if they have 3 answers to Aerodactyl, Aerodactyl can still manage to kill one of those Pokemons at least. But Mantine was solid because it beats Aerodactyl and Skarmory. And Emolga is good because it can beat Aerodactyl, Mantine, and Skarmory. Last team I have here is just a Gliscor, Mandibuzz, Skarmory. If you don't have a Aerodactyl, this is one of the best teams without Aerodactyl, without Emolga, without Mantine. Gliscor just has Night Slash to spam. You can beat Emolga because you resist Electric technically. Night Slash is not the best move, but if you get boost, it's gonna be a very solid. It's gonna provide you like a solid advantage. Skarmory, Steel Wing again. You run Steel Wing Skarmory. Mandibuzz is just the bulky flyer that can bait out everything. And I believe this is the last team. Sorry, I don't have that many teams because this cup is very limited. And this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.